Which legendary Reddit post, or comment, can you still not get over? There was a post of a gorilla using sign language to tell people not to feed it, or something to that effect. To this day, I still laugh when I think about a comment that said, "It's a shame there's so many deaf gorillas." This one guy was on the toilet, and he sneezed while he was taking a shit. That same moment, the power in his house went out. He proceeded to cry because he thought he shit himself blind. Not a single post, but a series, making up bogus facts relevant to any particular thread, and ending with the quote. Since 1998, when Undertaker threw mankind off hell in a cell and plummeted 16 feet through an announcer's table. The subreddit Unpopular Opinion, who said that wearing socks in the shower feels great. The dude who had a girlfriend that struggled to quit smoking. So he decided to take up smoking for a month, just so he could show her how easy it is to quit if you are totally dedicated to quitting. To this day, he still smokes 10 years later. She quit a long time ago. There was a post about how a guy closed an elevator door on a dad and son, who were trying to make it. The guy thought he was pressing the open button, so he smiled at them the entire time it closed on them. Edit. My God. Rip my inbox. Just a month or so ago, about a girl whose boyfriend kept telling her she smells bad, no matter how undeniably good she smelled. Finally, he admitted that he was just telling her she smelled bad to keep her self-esteem low enough, so she wouldn't leave him. She immediately dumped him. I also choose this guy's dead wife. So way back when, 2008 to 2009, some Redditor got very excited over his 2 a.m. chili and posted an extensive tutorial, in full-on, fuck ya bell peppers style. Naturally, this became a meme. Concurrently, another Redditor posted nothing less than the life hack of the century: freeze a block of water, squirt shower gel on top, freeze that, and now you have ice soap, TM. This was a fine enough goof, but the op's insistence that this was much more efficient than putting shower gel on one's body made it become a meme. So what happens when two memes are popular at the same time? Exactly. Someone froze a block of chili and rubbed their body with it. And achieved the coveted #1 spot. This site is weird like that. I believe I saw it on Reddit, an IT tech-related post. Guy starts a new job as a system admin, no other IT at the place. Previous admin had been there for just about forever and left behind some documentation, but not enough to make the job easy. The guy finds a note from the previous tech, with a few miscellaneous tips, and then says, if there is a critical emergency and everything else has failed, there is a box in the server room behind the switch, open only as a last resort. Guy is there for a few years, metaphorical fires get fixed, he learns the tricks of the place, but one day the server doesn't boot, tries everything, can't get it to work, all the files are there. The company can't function, actual fires are about to start. Guy freaks out, and remembers the emergency box, and figures now should be an emergency, and figures maybe the guy left access info to offsite backups, or tape drives, or some sort of disaster recovery. Guy goes into the server room. Behind the switch is a box, pulls it out and opens it to find a bottle of tequila. The poop knife, I don't remember the context, but it was effed and I love it. The one, and only, legendary poop knife story. My family poops big. Maybe it's genetic, maybe it's our diet, but everyone births giant logs of crap. If anyone has laid a mega poop, you know that sometimes it won't flush. It lays across the hole in the bottom of the bowl, and the vortex of draining water merely gives it a spin as it mocks you. Growing up, this was a common enough occurrence that our family had a poop knife. It was an old rusty kitchen knife that hung on a nail in the laundry room, only to be used for that purpose. It was normal to walk through the hallway and have someone call out, "Hey, can you get me the poop knife?" I thought it was standard kit. You have your plunger, your toilet brush, and your poop knife. Fast forward to 22. It's been a day or two between poops, and I'm over at my friend's house. My friend was the local dealer, and always had, quote-unquote, guests over, because you can't buy weed without sitting on your ass and sampling it for an hour. I excuse myself, and lay a gigantic turd. I look down, and see that it's a sideways one, so I crack the door, and call out for my friend. He arrives and I ask him for his poop knife. My what? Your poop knife, I say. I need to use it. Please. WTF is a poop knife, he asks. Obviously he is one, but maybe he calls it by a more delicate name. A fecal cleaver? A dung divider? A guano glaive? I explain what it is I want, and why I want it. He starts giggling. Then laughing. Then lots of people start laughing. It turns out, the music stopped and everyone heard my pleas through the door. It also turns out that none of them had poop knives, it was just my effed up family with their effed up bowels. FML. I told this to my wife last night, who was amused and horrified at the same time. It turns out that she did not know what a poop knife was, and had been using the old rusty knife hanging in the utility closet as a basic utility knife. Thankfully she didn't cook with it, but used it to open Amazon boxes. She will be getting her own utility knife now. Someone in the homeowners subreddit, trying to get rid of ants in their house. Tons of comments. One fellow Redditor suggested, maybe there were no ants, that they were hallucinations due to carbon monoxide poisoning. He had his house tested, and turns out there were in fact, no ants. He was hallucinating them due to carbon monoxide poisoning. Grandmother's inheritance on a Twitch streamer, thinking they were going to get married. I can't find the post, but it was a man whose son was born evil. They knew it right away, born in the 70s, I believe. When he, the son, was older, he tried to kill his baby sister, or something. And the mum started to beat him up. The dad left the room and waited until she stopped. She came out 20 minutes later and he said, "Is he dead?" She said, "My God, I hope so." They locked themselves downstairs for 2 weeks, listening to him move around a little bit here and there. After 2 weeks he left and they never saw him again.